gargoyle of the front row fanatics, and you're watching my two good friends on Top Rope Reality.
Hello, buddy, and welcome back to Top Rope Reality Episode 153, Part 1, Ringside News. I'm Mike Hogan.
I'm Justin Carter.
The returning Justin Carter.
Yes, I am back from vacation, being deathly ill.
Did you get on the front of the boat and go, I'm the king of the world?
I did not.
Oh, you did not. Perfect opportunity.
I went to the back of the boat. I did not do that on the front of the boat. No. It's a lot to explore on a ship.
I bet. Sure. I bet you explored a lot and still had more to explore when the trip was over with.
That's true, because we never even found the fitness center, and there was a couple other things we never even found where that was at. So there was 12 levels on that thing.
But who goes on the boat for fitness?
Right?
I don't know.
Just go to eat.
Go to eat and show off your sexy boat bod there.
No.
Your little skimpy thong.
Speedo.
Your Speedo, yes.
Speedo. That definitely did not happen.
So you're like, well, I'm safe. There's no one here that knows me other than the person I went with. So the rest of the people, they can just look at my Speedo and enjoy this luxurious package I have here.
No. There's a lot of times spending in your room, those waves make you feel like you are literally being rocked to sleep like a little baby.
I'm surprised you can feel them. Or just
well, I was on the lowest level for rooms.
But still, you wouldn't think you could feel it, though. That's not good.
You could still feel it. But
really?
The only time it was rough was coming back from Cozumel. That was so rough, it was ridiculous. But, yeah. You could
Stop moving!
You could lay in the bed and you could feel it. Even when it was calm, you could still go with the rhythm of it. Like, up, and here we go.
Put your foot on the floor.
And here we go. And up. Here. Like, when I got back, the night that I was in my own bed, I still felt like I was floating.
Oh. Didn't have too much,
No.
No more, not too much devil juice?
No devil juice.
All right.
But I'm telling you, when you come back, you still feel it. It takes you a little while to get used to it. Some people, when they get off the ship, they feel it when they're walking. I didn't feel it when I was walking. I felt it when I was laying down.
Well, let's get some news we might have missed that happened while you were on.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. We got WWE locked up The Miz for 4 more years.
4 more.
I think it's a good thing. I mean, they finally trust The Miz. Miz has finally shown that he is
he's one of those that they really do need.
Oh, yes. Dolph also re-signed the contract.
And then, not breaking news, Mojo Rawley.
Yes, I think that's all cares. Trying to get Gronk from the Patriots.
Yeah, because I don't think it's on here, but they're saying, what I read yesterday was that they are trying to give him a similar deal of Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, that's going to work out. That's going to put butts in the seats there.
But yet, what I heard was that if he keeps playing with whatever team he plays, I don't watch football. Patriots, the next season he'll make $10 million. I'll stick with that.
I would stick with that, yes.
I'll stick with that. Yes. You could retire after making $10 million and never have to work again in your life.
That's true. Well, you probably just get a little check from them showing up at WrestleMania like you did last year.
Right.
Who cares? I don't know. We had some hiring.
They did do a little bit of that. Hiring Jeremy Borash.
Wait. Jeremy Borash? What?
JB.
Is that TNA's Jeremy Borash?
TNA's Jeremy Borash has been signed, and they said it was a Triple H idea, which is very interesting. Now, if you don't know Jeremy Borash, because some people don't watch TNA, he was a color commentator on there. He has been a ring announcer. He's been a backstage interviewer. He's been in the creative department. He was one of the creative. He was one of the creative minds behind Broken, and he also worked for WCW for .com and for their magazine. So he has a lot of roles that he has played. We don't know exactly what his role will be, but he will be working in NXT in the developmental system. He may only be behind the scenes. He may not be on camera at all.
You never may see him ever. And again, you never know. So
yeah. They also hired somebody else now.
They also hired somebody else from TNA. What's this? Now WWE's doing what TNA used to do? Hire everybody?
Yeah, because there's another one you don't have on here, but I'll go ahead after you get done with this.
Is that the Iranian dude?
Well, he's not Iranian, but continue.
Oh, what is he?
But say what this one is, and I'll tell everybody.
Yes, 205 Live has a new gym. Drake Maverick.
If you don't know that name,
yes,
it's Rockstar Spud, because the whole crowd decided to tell us than as Rockstar Spud.
Hey, I like him as a Drake Maverick.
And I felt like he was going to be a mouthpiece on 205 Live.
Oh, yes.
As soon as they brought him in, I was like, he's probably going to be a mouthpiece.
That's what he pretty much did on TNA, didn't he?
He wrestled some, but he was a sidekick for Dixie, then he was a sidekick for EC3. He got hired. He was he did a little bit of wrestling. His last real wrestling feud was the Hornswoggle. I'm sorry.
Yes.
And then he was a ring announcer in the last set of tapings that he was on.
And he also got beat by Matt Hardy's child. So.
Yes, that is true.
And they met backstage.
That's funny.
Took another picture.
With the kid?
Yes.
That's funny. But his first order of business was naming a new Cruiserweight Champion with a 16-man tournament, with the finals being WrestleMania 34, and they'll probably put it on a pre-show.
Yeah.
I hope not, but they probably will.
Yeah. That's probably
all that build on the pre-show. That's going to be a 4-hour pre-show, probably.
And since we've been off, they've had a few matches so far, and pretty much
there's a lot better action, in my opinion.
And the first round will be the first round will be done next week. So.
And we got new people coming in. Roderick Strong came in for the tournament.
Yep.
Not Trent Seven. What's the other guy's name from Mustache Mountain? Tyler Bate.
Yep.
That's his name. Who else was it? Mark Andrews came in. Mm-hmm. And this coming up week,
member of 205 Live,
Mr. Alexa Bliss.
Yes.
Buddy Murphy will be debuting, and he looks great.
Yeah, he's down at 205.
Down to 204.
204.4, ain't it?
204.4, something like that.
Yes.
I love how they made a fake whole thing with the "Thank you for coming to our weigh-in today."
Yes.
Thank you for all the media being here.
Hey,
Nobody knew anything about that.
Whatever works.
So that's very interesting. I hope he wins his match. I'm a little nervous. I can't remember who it was he was facing. Who's he facing? You told me.
I told you.
Because Tozawa already lost. I was thinking it was Tozawa, but he just lost.
No, Tozawa just lost to
Mark Andrews.
Yes, which was surprising.
Yes.
But
a little bit of fresh blood would be nice.
Of course. Go ahead and say what else. The TNA guy.
So the other TNA guy is, I can't ever say his first name, is Malaba Shira.
Yeah, he'll be totally something different.
Yeah.
India.
He's from India, not from wherever you
Iran.
said. Yeah, he's not
India. I knew it was
He's from Punjab, India. Yes. And they're saying that his real last name is Singh, so they're saying, we hope he's not but with the Singh brothers. Clearly, it hasn't hurt Jinder Mahal to be put with the Singh brothers, so what's the problem?
How about Jinder has a little group there? There's nothing wrong with that.
That's true, because there is a couple of other Indian people down in developmental. The first ever Indian signed woman is down there, along with a couple of other ones, along with Shira. Shira was famously in the group with James Storm, where he was a leader, and he was kind of like a Bray Wyatt type thing.
Okay.
So yeah, they've been signed a lot of people.
Ari Daivari. Ariel Daivari. Yes.
Gotcha.
And that could be a win for Buddy.
It could be, but that makes Buddy a face, because Daivari's a heel.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
I figured Buddy would have been a heel.
I'll start off with his face and then...
You never know. But anyway, so it's definitely getting interesting, because they're signing a lot of people from TNA. Rockstar Spud, EC3, Jeremy Borash, Shira. It's like, hey, all these people that TNA no longer can afford, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, Drew McIntyre,
Bobby
Lashley, hopefully he's coming.
I believe he is.
Michael Bennett and Maria, couldn't afford them no more. I mean, there's so many people from TNA. Like, you talk about when WCW raided WWE, when WWE raided the territories back in the day. They're doing the same thing with TNA now.
And people
very interesting, though, recently that Triple H basically said that the Performance Center was full, and then they just announced another group of signings. Isn't that weird?
They're making room, I guess,
I guess so.
If they got the money to hire them, I guess we'll hire them,
But I did hear a video with Jim Cornette ranting about NXT.
No.
Saying that in 2016, they do those quarterly announcements for WWE. And apparently, they only sold like $7 million worth of tickets one year, and their expenditures was like 20-something million.
That's a loss.
That's a big loss.
Yes.
Write that off.
Yeah, write that big loss.
And then the next one was next year was only $5.6 million in ticket sales, and it was $32 million in loss or something like that, or expenditures. I'm like, dad gum. I guess if Jim Cornette did say that you got to spend money for the future.
Yeah.
If you don't spend money to create the future, you'll get left behind, just like WCW did. But Jim Cornette said, you would not believe how great OVW would have been if they would have just let them say, hey, you could lose $30 million. It's okay. He was like, you'd have the greatest TV show ever. He was like, him and Danny Davis would have done wonders with an unlimited budget. He's
but that doesn't work that way.
No, because it's Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
Triple H has an unlimited budget.
Plus, if he left at OVW, he would still be Triple H over OVW. You have to listen to him. You can't just run wild what you want to do,
right.
Jim Cornette or Danny Davis. So, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Would be, yeah. If we had unlimited budget, woo, don't tell me what Top Rope Reality would be, you know?
That's true. But we do what we do. And that's all we
on our
do.
little shoestring budget we have
That's
here.
right.
Hideo Itami, there's rumors going around he could potentially leave in the company. And after he lost to
Roger Strong.
Which
Not looking good.
No.
Because he just came onto the scene, so that's kind of rough for him to be losing already.
Yeah. Because I thought he would go far in the tournament, and that's kind of surprising.
Yes, it is.
PW Insider says that WWE has no plans anytime soon to do more 205 Live.
They don't need to.
Events.
They don't need to.
205 live events.
Yes. 205 live events.
That's it, yes.
Yeah, they don't need to.
No, they tested the waters. It's stunt right now. Give it time.
Yes, give it time. Let it build up.
Yes. Throw some in there with SmackDown. Throw some in there with
That's what I'm saying.
Raw.
Because if you notice, if you look at the house show results, 90% of the 205 Live roster doesn't get to wrestle.
No.
Except for on Tuesdays. And especially now they don't get to because Tuesdays is filled up with the tournament. Only 2 matches.
Only 2 matches.
So,
because they got to do the 30 minutes for the mixed match challenge, and then you get the last 30 minutes or whatever to do 2 matches, and you're done.
Right.
So if you're not in a tournament match, you don't get showcased.
Right. But they have been doing a little bit of vignettes and stuff for certain people. But I don't know, they need to mix them in and have they usually only have the champion and the challenger on the Raw live events. Throw some in on SmackDown. Throw some in. You got NXT live events that are the big ones that go travel around. Then you got the ones in Florida at the little armories. Mm-hmm. Throw 205 people in there too. They need to get matches in.
Yeah.
You don't want them just to wrestle once a month because it's just going to make it.
Anything.
It's gonna exactly. It ain't gonna hurt nothing to have them on those house shows.
Throw the 205 logo up on your screen when they're wrestling, and when they're done, take it back off. Put it over Raw or SmackDown wherever you're at a house show, and and you're done. Give a single match and a tag match.
It's true.
Okay. It's not gonna hurt anything. Maybe add 20 more minutes to the card.
Right.
Yeah.
It looks like Jason Jordan will not be there in time for WrestleMania as he had to undergo surgery on his neck, which is not good.
But it's not as bad as first we're talking about.
But it's also very rude that when Kurt Angle mentioned that he would be out because of neck surgery, that the crowd cheered. I didn't get to watch it, but I heard Kurt Angle kind of went hellish on him a little bit for booing, for cheering his child having neck surgery.
Oh, yeah.
And they said Jason Jordan must really be related to Kurt Angle. Neck problems. Isn't that weird?
I know, but that is true. What do you expect?
But I wouldn't cheer for that, though. You should never cheer for anybody being injured.
I know, but they don't like him. They cheer if Roman Reigns got injured. They would probably stand up and clap.
Probably.
So,
reports are that Vince has stepped aside as creative force behind 205 Live and is now being overseen by Triple H. That is the best news all day.
yes, that does, and you can definitely tell in the product right now. They only have 2 matches, but when they have full 3 or 4 matches for a show or more, because if it's just wrestling now, not too much crap like Vince put on there,
right?
Then you may have more. It could be a small NXT, which hey, NXT is great, and if you get to the point where you don't know who's going to win, that's so much better.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're putting everybody right with the tournament right now. They're putting in heels versus heels, faces versus faces. So it's just that pretty much you're out there.
You're best friends with the Lucha guys.
Mm-hmm.
You're best friends with Tony Nese and Drew Gulak.
Drew Gulak. I mean, he's totally changed. I liked more
What did he do?
Forceful. He's more forceful, more not Mr. Goofy anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and he was the only one to grab the belt and hold it up. No one else has touched the title. When I was sitting over there on the table, he snatched it and got back in the ring and held it up high.
Maybe he wasn't supposed to do that. Well, maybe that's why nobody else has done it.
Well,
Like, oops.
and he's stepping out there.
It's true. Speaking of 205 Live, we have a lot of 205 Live information.
Yeah,
today.
we do.
This is very unfortunate, but I kind of saw it coming a mile away.
Oh,
Because the same thing that happened with Adam Rose when he had a domestic violence situation. His Rich Swann and WWE have amicably parted ways.
Yes. Which is, I mean, that's good. No hard feelings.
Maybe down the road they'll
Yeah.
bring him back.
Say, right now, let's just part ways. You
Right.
go independence, build yourself back up. We'll go this way.
And I mean, he's
and when
already
they come back.
Rob Feinstein's already got him
So-
attached to some shows. He's already got some bookings already. It's very interesting because his bookings have started right away. You know, usually there's 90-day no
yes.
compete.
Uh-huh.
His bookings have already started, whereas James Ellsworth and all those other ones that got released around the same time,
Yes.
they had to wait the full 90 days. Rich Swann's not doing that, and they can't get Enzo yet for any indie shows because somebody asked Rob Feinstein about doing a shoot interview with Enzo, and they said they can't get him yet.
It's interesting.
It is very interesting that they're letting Rich Swann do shows already. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe they're like, look, we understand you technically didn't do anything wrong.
But
It's
trust
just
me.
a little black eye on things, so we'll let you do what you want to do on the indies. Go right ahead. Don't have to wait 90 days.
Yes, and then like I said, and you know, you're looking at the dirtiest part. Even though he's cleared, every time you see Rich Swann now, you're thinking,
You're thinking of that.
Yes.
And it's a publicly traded company, so they got to protect themselves.
now you just go away and
Time heals all wounds.
that's exactly right.
People
yes.
forget things.
Speaking
WWE
of time
Time, yes.
and dates and months and cutbacks,
Finally,
pay-per-views are going to be changing after WrestleMania.
and I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it too. I mean, we're going to bump it up at probably an hour.
Probably, but they have confirmed they'll move back to dual brand pay-per-view event starting with Backlash this May. All dual brand.
A month. Not every 2 weeks.
Right.
Once a month. Some of them are, no one's less. They're all pretty much a month.
Yes,
Or a
but
little
I can
more.
almost guarantee you that there'll be more Raw matches than SmackDown matches on every
yeah, there'll be
pay-per-view.
more Raw and SmackDown matches.
But Backlash will be in May. Money in the Bank will be in June. Extreme Rules in July. SummerSlam in August. Hell in a Cell September. TLC October. Survivor Series November. And Clash of the Champions December. So they can actually, oh my gosh, I don't know what that was. They can actually do Clash of the Champions correctly because they'll have all the champions on the card.
That's true.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yes. If you're not a champion, you're not going to be on the card. Sorry.
Right.
All champions. If I throw the United Kingdom champion in there,
That'd be nice.
yeah, throw the NXT champion.
Who cares,
Just
right?
throw them all in there
Throw 'em
for
all
5
in.
hours, yeah. But no, I would throw it, yes. I would make sure that every championship is no extra filler.
And they're
So
saying that it could extend to 5 hours to get all.
I believe it's going to
all
extend to
the
5
all the
hours.
big stars getting on there.
Yes. But Payback was scheduled for May, has been canceled. Battleground for July has been replaced by Extreme Rules. Extreme Rules was September. Has been replaced by Hell in a Cell in September. And then...
Yeah, because the Extreme Rules moved up to July.
Yes, and No Mercy and Great Balls of Fire. Oh, not Great Balls of Fire.
Goodness, what are we gonna do without Great Balls of Fire?
That was Samoa Joe's crowning moment. And now his pay-per-view is gone.
His pay-per-view is gone.
And they have both been dropped.
His one pay-per-view main event.
I did see people complain about, I think it was either Extreme Rules or TLC. So they should have replaced that with King of the Ring.
No, they're not gonna go back to King of the Ring.
I know, but
Vince hates tournaments.
even though Extreme Rules and pretty much TLC is pretty much the same thing. So.
Well, really, and so is Hell in a Cell.
Cell and a Chamber, yes.
Where is the Chamber?
This is all after. It's just the rest of the year, this year.
Oh, so that'll be like January, February, something like that. Well, January will be.
January will be Royal Rumble, February will be Elimination Chamber, March will be
Yeah.
Fastlane, WrestleMania will be April, and then here we go. Once
There
a
you
month.
go.
That's what you need.
That's what you need. You only need 12 pay-per-views.
And hell, as far as that goes, dump Fastlane and just go from Elimination Chamber and
Like
have,
they used to,
have a bigger bill for your biggest show.
which they're supposed to be doing that way.
I know.
That's why it was great back in the day when you went straight from Royal Rumble to WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, you had plenty of time to build up. You start the feuds or the smell of a feud at the Royal Rumble. or something you might see and you didn't get it, you have to wait, and then they give it to you. But now it's just like, here, have it. Oh, we're having on Raw. Guess what we're having Sunday? The same match we just had on Raw. Or the same match we just had on SmackDown. We're having on Sunday. Why?
Exactly.
Speaking of WrestleMania, coming up, which is this WrestleMania season.
It is.
We have 19 matches.
We're on the road to the fast lane to WrestleMania.
Yes. That, what could happen? Maybe
Obviously won't have 19 matches.
No, there won't be 19 matches.
Some of these are repeating some people that are in them, too.
Yes, but some of you, there's only pretty much one, well, I'll say two, that we can count on that should be a lock.
Well, the top two are done for. They're done. They're
It
happy.
wouldn't surprise me if they didn't swerve us on the WWE title and give us something we don't want.
Boo. But we're supposed to have AJ Styles defending against Nakamura for the WWE title.
Which was still the show, even though it's going to be first.
Of course.
Universal title, Brock Lesnar, of course, Roman Reigns.
Of course.
You got to look strong.
And then what was being billed as a retirement match, Undertaker versus John Cena.
Which should start after Elimination Chamber. John will probably come out, since he didn't make it to WrestleMania, since he's crying and saying,
I gotta have something
if
to
I
get
don't
to WrestleMania.
win the Chamber,
I don't go to
I
WrestleMania.
may not make it to WrestleMania.
Oh,
okay, whatever,
Lord.
John.
We know that ain't gonna happen.
Intercontinental title, we'll love to see Miz versus Finn Balor. They're already teasing that. Miz has made a comment
Are they teasing?
that Finn Balor belongs in the back where he belongs. In the shadow.
And I guess since there's not going to be enough room on the card, Miz will have the Miztourage ringside, and then Finn will have Gallows and Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
So at least they're on the show.
Yeah.
Probably won't be in a match.
No, they could be an Andre.
I mean, they may be in the Battle Royal,
right?
but they should come out with the
Oh, yes, definitely.
make it even.
Cruiserweight title tournament final.
We know that's going to happen for sure.
Pre-show. Like
We just don't know who's going to be.
Right. What we looked at and thought would be good.
Now, what we should do after the first round is over is try to predict what direction they're going to go with the brackets and see who's
I'd
going to be.
like to see a freaking bracket put up somewhere. They've showed you nothing.
No bracket.
I guess after they give you all the surprises, which they're done now, that y'all know, who's in the tournament.
Right.
They should give us a bracket.
This is coming up week's the last one.
That's
Buddy
the
Murphy's
last
the last one, right?
Mm-hmm. Which they were talking was supposed to be Leo Rush, but that kind of fell through.
Leo Rush has kind of messed himself up.
He did. You can't talk about Emma.
Can't talk
Who
about
was
that.
probably going to win the Ring of Honor Women's title.
Duh. She better.
I don't.
Like, how stupid would they be not to give that to her?
I know.
That's good publicity.
I've seen that tournament. I've seen that bracket. So.
Have you seen the bracket?
Yes, I think she takes on Brandy Rhodes.
Really? In the first round?
I think so.
That's not smart. They should be the finals. What is wrong with you
You have to
people?
pull it up. We go to break here. The U.S. title ladder match.
I don't know that's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen
Dolph is now saying that he wants to go to the WWE title match.
Yeah, I know.
He wants his WrestleMania moment. They've completely forgotten about him just not losing the belt.
I thought he'd come back. Now they're talking. It's probably going to be Randy. Randy and Rude.
I mean, right now they're doing Randy Rude and
yeah, that should be a fast
Jinder
lane.
Mahal.
Yeah,
That
should be a fast lane.
Jinder Mahal takes the pin. Randy still gets another chance.
Randy hits the RKO on Jinder. Bobby probably tosses him out. Gets
1,
the
2,
pin.
3.
Yes.
So then you still get the two of them.
And at WrestleMania, Orton should do the job for Bobby Roode.
Should.
Yes.
So if they really want to give Dolph that moment, then it won't be AJ versus Nakamura. It could be a multi-man match. Not a fan.
I don't think they're going to do that.
Not a fan. So what's the point in signing Dolph if you don't give him that moment?
They said he's just there to put people over now.
Why would you keep signing for that? He could go to New Japan right now and be the Intercontinental Champion there. Or be the daggum IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
Of course.
I mean, people love him.
There's something to it. We have the Raw Women's title. Could be Alexa Bliss and Asuka.
What if Dolph was to win the belt? It's Dolph and Nakamura for the WWE title.
People would be pissed.
Yes, they would be. And plus, we've already seen Dolph and Nakamura. That was Nakamura's first feud.
Yep, I know.
Wasn't that Rude's first feud, too?
Who, Nakamura?
Dolph.
Oh, yes, I think so.
Lord, he is like the jobber to the stars now. Yes. I just realized
when
that.
You come in, you beat Dolph Ziggler.
You go through Dolph to get to AJ.
SmackDown Women's title, Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey. They may
probably not going to happen.
But no, Ronda Rousey should be.
I've seen somewhere else where it's going to be Charlotte versus Asuka because Asuka has yet to choose which one.
Because she's getting ready to say something.
And Ronda came out. Yeah. So it could be Charlotte versus Asuka, which would effectively move Asuka to SmackDown if she wins the belt.
Right.
So that will move her to SmackDown. And then they're saying Alexa Bliss taking on her best friend Nia Jax.
Because Ronda Rousey
for the
is
Raw
Raw.
Women's title.
Because coming up the next pay-per-view, she is going to be signing her Raw contract. So
they said it's going to be a Raw contract? Because what if she can...
Kurt Angle said that's what's going to happen at Elimination Chamber. She's coming to sign her Raw contract.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax for the Raw Women's title. SmackDown, Charlotte versus Asuka. And then...
or it could be best friends. It could be Charlotte versus Becky. I don't know. Right now, they've got to make... Asuka's got to make the pick.
Yes.
And that puts a lot of more pieces in there here.
But I mean, that's one of the things I've read is Asuka's picking Charlotte, and you get Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax. Does Nia Jax finally get her moment? Did The Rock make a phone call?
Well, if she beats Asuka, then she gets her moment because she's in the title match.
Who would need to beat Asuka?
Nia, if she beats Asuka, then she's added to the title match.
When is that?
This is at Chamber.
Well, she can't beat Asuka.
No, she can. Well, she shouldn't, but
she's not going to beat Asuka.
We got Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus Shane and Daniel Bryan.
That's going to happen.
That would be a big one. That would sell tickets that they ain't sold if Daniel Bryan is on the card.
If he's on the card,
yes.
But I could see it where Shane has to pick a partner, and it won't be Daniel Bryan.
That's why I said maybe.
I mean, unless they're pulling the wool over the eyes.
It could be. He's growing his hair back out. And they keep having... something's got to happen. There's too much clashing.
I know there's a lot of clashing. But that's why I said Shane and Daniel somebody should be turning on each other.
And they keep blaming him because, like I said...
and Shane called Daniel... those were Daniel's boys.
Yes, he did. He told them that's his boy. That's his boy.
That's why I'm wondering if Shane's going to be the one to turn and he's with Owens and Sammy the whole time.
That wouldn't surprise me.
You know you can't trust a McMahon. No,
that's true. Also, they're talking of Hunter and Stephanie taking on Braun Strowman and Ronda Rousey, which is a big mistake.
But I've heard it's not going to be Braun Strowman. There's multiple names involved.
Oh, yeah, there's multiple names.
It's Kurt Angle possibly with Ronda Rousey because Kurt has history with Triple H.
Yes.
So you get that match in there. Or is Seth Rollins, who does not have an opponent, with Ronda Rousey.
Yes.
Take on Triple H and Stephanie.
Uh-huh.
And then Braun Strowman was the other option.
And Shane.
Yeah, that's really random.
Why?
Why are we putting, technically, it'd be 3 Raw and 1 SmackDown person?
I know, it made no sense. Put Roman Reigns in there.
Right? Take him out of the title picture, put him in that match.
Yeah, shock everybody in Elimination Chamber. You got Andre Giant Moore, Battle Royal, of course.
What about Goldberg? Have you read this?
I read the Goldberg, yes.
Nobody cares about that. The only reason why they want to do that is to give it publicity for the Andre documentary.
I guess.
And then next year it goes right back to being nothing.
We got the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Usos versus the Bludgeon Brothers.
Which that's the direction they're definitely going in.
Yeah, so if it doesn't happen, it doesn't need to happen at Fastlane.
It's very interesting that the Bludgeon Brothers attacked a television that had the Usos on it, and there was paper that fell. Did you notice that?
Well, that's behind the TV screen, anyway. That's behind.
So you're telling me that behind this screen is a bunch of pieces of paper?
So just, yeah. Well, I don't know if it's paper, but yeah.
That was paper that fell.
So like it could be like movie screens. That ain't paper, but you know.
That mess was paper. I watched it.
I saw it flip over. We got Raw, The Bar versus The Revival. I don't know if that's going to happen on those 2 heels. But they need...
But, I mean, come on. The Bar gets cheered.
They do. Like you said, we had Seth. Kurt Angle could happen that way if he keeps...
The tension because of Jason Jordan or whatever?
Yes. Bray Wyatt versus Woken or Broken.
I mean, has that not run its course already? I thought they were done dealing with each other already.
They have to go and do a thing at his house, the compound.
I thought it was already over with.
Oh, no.
And then the other thing that's already been canceled, Seth Rollins versus Jason Jordan, because Jason Jordan won't be there. So this also eliminates his next match. Kurt and Jason Jordan versus Seth Rollins on a partner. So that match is also out, too. So that drops.
Also a fatal 4-way for the women's SmackDown title. Depends on how things go.
Right. Charlotte, Becky, Ruby, and Naomi. Because there's a lot of women that ain't going to be involved.
I know. They don't have an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal for women.
They might do it this year. They got to have everything
Sasha
equal.
Banks versus heel Bayley.
Yeah, they're saying Bayley's going to be the one to turn heel. That's why she's been hanging out with Elias so much. Because they're saying
she protected her this week.
But the funny thing is, the very interesting thing is, I was hearing on a video that they had to take this advertisement down because one of the Ticketmaster things advertised Elias with Bayley like a month later after the Mixed Match Challenge was already over with. Why would you advertise them together?
True. That is true.
Unless you're turning Bayley heel.
That is true.
So, she needs something. She definitely needs something different.
Oh, yeah.
Because she went stale fast on the main roster. She's one of those that was a better fit just stay in NXT.
Yeah, that is true.
Just so sad. So sad.
Well, that's it for part one. I know we run long. We always seem to do that when we come back from
We
the break.
do. We have a lot to go over.
But let's come on back to part two, the Pro Wrestling Review, the Monday Night Wars, July 7th through the 28th of 1997. Let's see if they pick up any more better or they stay about the same. Are you pointing to something this next, or are you just pointing? Pointing to point.
Pointing to point.
Is that Starburst? Land ho! Oh, sorry, that's just a hoe. Sorry.
Yeah, there was no land for like days out there.